this is Leslie Stokes, writer and geologist with the Northern Miner, and I'm with Mining Clips today, downtown Vancouver at the Metal Writers Conference. And we just bumped into Frank Holmes. So he's the CEO of US Global Investors, and we're going to be chatting a little bit about, potential disruptions in the GDX-J and what that might mean on the junior mining industry. So what are your thoughts? What's going on?
The GDX-J last year attracted, as an ETF, most of the small cap gold fund money. $5 billion went into it. All of a sudden they're going to own more than 20% of all these companies, and the regulatory cross-border stuff became a headache, so they're now selling $3 billion of junior gold mining stocks. So this has been so disruptive. The companies are doing fantastically well. See their stock fall 30%. It doesn't make sense. That is the opportunity. And it'll probably end between now and June 30th.
Now and June 30th? Why? What's going on June 30th?
Because June the 16th, it takes time to heal, but June the 16th they're going to announce their last big liquidation. And they're going to take that money and buy senior gold miners, not the small cap, and this is a small cap conference.
Right. So what are your thoughts then on the bigger picture on these companies?
Oh, I think companies like Klondex are screaming buys. That their revenue for the last quarter is above the 4 quarters. It's doing fantastically well in Nevada. It's a young man from Quebec. His family moved to Timmins. He grew up in Timmins. He knows everything about mining, and now he's running one of the highest grade deposits, producing over 200,000 ounces a year.
So Klondex is going to be one of the junior companies that are going to be benefiting from this
shift. It went from $7 to under $4 for no reason when they had record results.
Right. So how soon do you expect these stocks to start climbing again?
I think going into the summer, July, between now and the end of June will be the bottom.
Yeah, and so buy in and then just watch it continue.
Use negative news as an opportunity.
Okay. Great. And then the outlook on gold in general, too, because I know we've got a whole bunch of potential federal rate interest hikes. And it really makes me start thinking, where can gold go if the interest rates go up?
It's only if rates are positive. And what do I mean by that? Is the government's going to say, buy my 10-year government bond, and what is the monthly CPI number? So every month, whatever CPI is, you deduct it from what the government's trying to make you buy their bonds for. And if that yield is positive, it's negative for gold. But when that yield is negative, it's positive for gold. It's now negative.
Right.
And it means that the inflation can rise, but it's not going to, the CPI, the interest rate is not going to stay ahead of inflation. So I think that you're going to see negative interest rates, and gold could, in the next 6 months to a year, propel to $1,300 to $1,500.
Right, and that's U.S. And what about the Canadian exchange rate? Because I know in Canada, we a lot of the producers and the major miners here rely on that exchange rate to really sweeten up the gold price.
It does, but the biggest factor is oil. So if oil starts to rally from $60 a barrel, the Canadian dollar will strengthen. Oil stays under $60, the Canadian dollar will remain weak.
Okay, great. Now, in terms of Klondex, you've got your eyes on these guys. Who else might be of interest to that's
Richmont, West Dome.
Okay.
West Dome is a big discovery, high grade. I think these are just fantastic stocks. You buy on the sell-off. Use negative news, and there's nothing to do with fundamentals of the company. It is more regulatory structural problems that give you this once-in-a-lifetime buy.
Wow, that's really interesting. Thanks so much, Frank, for chatting with us today.
Great.
Great to meet you, too.
Fantastic.
Okay.